Bitcoin Hoodie Guy coming back with another Kaspa video. We're going to be talking about price, KASPLEX, KRC20, biggest risk for Kaspa, and market dominance.
Please like and subscribe Kaspa to the moon.
Well, thanks for that, Mike. Well, here we are, 16.7 cents. We've been in that range for a while. Nothing big to see there. Trading volume up to 72 million, up 25%. The hash rate is 1.1 exahash. And let's move on to KASPLEX here. They're talking about their Phase 2 roadmap, light indexer, a new type of KASPLEX indexer that everyone can run, even on their laptop, provides more flexibility for developers to build dApps on top of KASPLEX. That is ongoing. Atomic swaps, introducing a new opcode for mutual conversion between KRC20 and Kaspa, onboarding onto testnet 10 in October in a few days or next month. KRC20 swap enables users to provide liquidity and swap KRC20 tokens directly without the need for intermediaries. NFT collection planning, that's like the KRC 721s or whatever. And also be careful. A lot of times, I don't know, they might have deleted the comments, but I saw fake KASPLEX tweets in there, and also CryptoPumps had someone keeps making fake CryptoPumps X accounts, so be very careful ever interacting with anyone on X. Really make sure it's them. Go to their page, make sure that they're legit. You can see we're up to 428,000 addresses. That's nice. Here we are. I did see Nacho get back up to 60 million, but it's back down to 50 million. They are now showing the trading volume. All these tokens are ranked in by trading volume. You can see 2.2 million for Nacho. Obviously, you know this is a big casino, so enter it with risk. Some people are really increasing the amount of Kaspa. Some might be losing. There must be like hundreds of these, maybe even 1,000 of these deployed, and most will go to zero. So you got to stay safe out there. How's Old Hoodie doing? $17 traded the last day, 4,200 market cap. So it's kind of about what it was. It's on page 5 now. They got the trading volume. So that's all we got for KRC20s. We'll take a quick look at the fees. You can see the fees were about 600,000 Kaspa, which is about a 10% increase for the miners. So that's nice to see. So what do you think the biggest risk for Kaspa in this bull run could be? This guy's a Kaspa Dolphin with about 130,000 Kaspa. Nevertheless, he thinks that no major tier 1 exchange listing in this bull run. I think even without a big tier 1 will do good, but not extremely good. So he's just getting some opinions. Rumors that next week will be tier 1 Kraken is big. I know that there's that Kraken in that crossword puzzle thing, and but there's, they're also listing Toncoin and a couple other ones that were in there. Kraken listing, Toncoin, a couple of the other ones are listed in there, so we don't know. And they're just straight up telling you what time they're listing those. So it's interesting that they'd be so cryptic with listing Kaspa. It could be for just maybe engagement farming a little bit too. So that's really what the people here are talking about. Just end up being about tier 1 exchange listings. Also, biggest risk is sometimes there's just something you don't know, and this isn't trying to make you think negative thoughts about Kaspa. We tend to like to watch videos where everyone's talking about how Kaspa is going to be $20 next year, but it doesn't hurt to think about, like, what are some risks? The risks aren't zero, and there might be something we don't know about. Obviously, we know if there's no big tier 1 exchange listing, Kraken will be good, but it's obviously Binance and Coinbase are the big dogs. So just something to keep in mind. I don't know exactly what the biggest risks are. I guess no potential listing, but there's probably something that we're not even thinking about that could be a potential risk. The risk for not doing as good as it could is not zero. So just something to keep in mind. Now let's go on to market dominance. Obviously, this is a sheet I've made before. I've talked about market dominance several times. Kaspa is right now, it's like 0.018. So it's not even 1% of market dominance. And this is just saying if like the crypto market cap got to 8 trillion, 10 trillion, some ideas to throw around, 4%. If you look at Kaspa now, it's about 0.22% of market dominance, is about as high as it got. It got there at the end of June, kind of leading up when it the first time with KRC20s. You can see there's 0.18%. Cardano, you can see it when it really peaked last time in the bull market at a different time than Bitcoin and the rest of the market. It got up to 4.24%. So that's something to keep in mind. If this is the say at 10 trillion is the total market cap at the peak, and Bitcoin peaks out at 200,000, Kaspa's market dominance would most likely not peak at the exact same time as Bitcoin. You can see Cardano, here so you can see in like May, it was 3% at that first peak on, the very first peak in 2021. Then it peaked basically August 1st, roughly, and then it started working its way down, and then by November, it was back down to 2%. So I like keeping track of market dominance, and gives me something realistic, because Kaspa, I don't think, would exceed 4% market dominance. Now, I guess some people, I think that's like the best case scenario. The narratives, whatever, everything just goes perfectly right. Those narratives, like say 10 blocks per second for some reason, is a narrative that really catches on, and that hard fork became something, then maybe they would do something like that. But I don't know. That's just speculation. At the end of the day, none of us exactly know. But I don't think it'll ever, this cycle, I don't think it'll, if it did, it'd be like 4.2%. I think it'd be the best case scenario. Maybe 1% might be really good for us to get to 1% market dominance. That's like over a 5x market dominance from here. So we'll see. I think right now, what's ADA at now? 0.62%. So we'll see. Just some things to think about in this kind of boring sideways time before we really get hot and heavy in the market. Good to brainstorm different ideas. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.